Why do people get all the different aggressive cancer, disease, and chronic illness and autoimmune disorders? Because they bypass their first lines of defense and second lines of defense by taking vector therapeutics, as well as illicit IV vectors, as well as also when you get stabilized in a hospital, you're taking IV bags of electrolytes, it's still bypassing your first lines and second lines of defense. Because if you've taken everything through your nose and through your mouth, your first lines of defense are coughing, sneezing, and mucus. Your second lines of defense are diarrhea, barfing, and fever. Your third lines of defense are cancer, disease, and chronic illness, of which why we have an uptick of that going on in the population because of their overuse of everything in the holistic allopathic energy healing world using different vector therapeutics. And so we are in a great reset, and the moment of truth are those who atrophy their first lines and potentially their second lines, because yes, Imodium AD stops diarrhea. Yes, people try to stop barfing. People don't like to poop. They're afraid to poop. And so then you see people get very, very swollen because of the amount of aggressive, conflicting viral programming that is directing their immune system to create different types of blueprints of which the body will then react to. This is why then you have autoimmune disorders. And so when you don't learn how to expel through your diaphragm, through your nose, through your mouth, through the coughing, but then you're like, oh, well, then there's the J juice and the second line of defense, which is the diarrhea or the waterfalls and the barfing and the fever. Well, do you think you're going to be doing waterfalls every single time you get exposed to a variant? That's where beef jerky comes in. That's why I said, you guys, time for you to lay off the JJ in reaction to and start feeling your environment. Though there are people that are not going to listen to me, and hey, that's fine. But this is for my YouTube audience because I'm sanitizing this in such a way where it'll be okay. So you're going to see a great reset of everybody out there bypassing their first lines of defense and second lines of defense. And yes, they're going to be walking zombies with conflicting programming, and they're going to be unraveling because all that conflicting programming is going to mess with their intellect, and it's going to mess with their reaction to whatever. They'll be easily triggered. And so I really just, my advice to you is to stay home and stay safe. My advice to you is to stay home and occasionally go out so you can get exposed to the environment. But do you really need to go to a concert? Do you really need to go to the movies? Do you really need to go out there right now in this environment? And so you will make your choices. But, some of you are in high-level jobs and you don't want to compromise your position in the game. And so you'll do everything you can to put yourself in a cured state of, yes, decline. Now, some of you know the J-Juice way. You've been following me and paying attention for the last however many weeks that I've been talking about this stuff, and you will find a happy medium. But I can assure you there are plenty of J-Juicers who are going to be using J-Juice as a cure, and we'll also watch that as well. However, there are some people who have aggressive diagnoses that need to have more of the salt than not to neutralize their aggressive thermodynamics so they can put themselves in an equilibrium state and then feel the environment. And they will figure that out for themselves as well. So good luck. Bye.